afraid of what it means to be seen. I learned to breathe in the spaces between your doubts. Learn to read the language of your trembling hands. Learn to love you in fragments, because that's how you offered your heart. While the moon was listening, you belonged to me only in the dark, and dawn was the thief that stole you each day. I tried to hold the night in place, but no one can stop the sun. You love me in the dark, where no one had to know, where secrets felt like safety, where shadows let you go. You love me in the dark, but in the light you fell apart. I gave you all my open heart. You gave me only night. Softness you'd ever know. Sometimes I miss the weight of your head on my shoulder, heavy with truths you never said aloud. I miss how your eyes looked for mine when the world grew too heavy, how your breath found refuge in the shape of my neck. Belonging is not the same as loving, and you deserve someone who could love me in the light, unashamed, unhid, unafraid. Someone who didn't run when morning came. Was never enough for me. With distraction, try to bury it under routine, but your voice rises through everything like smoke through closed doors. Every place I go remembers you, even when I beg it to forget. The cafe where you laugh, the station where you cry, the street lamp that watched us fall apart. I walk these places like someone chasing a ghost that refuses to be caught. Some loves end loudly, ours ended like a candle gasping its last bit of flame. Quiet, painful, inevitable. The memory won't let me heal. It holds me tight, it pulls me near. I try to breathe, I try to feel, but the memory won't let me heal. somewhere along the way, light became shadow, warmth became distance. Your hands no longer held me, they hovered like they were trying to remember what touching meant. I watch you change in slow motion, a fading photograph losing color. Day by day you looked at me with the eyes of a stranger who remembered loving me but couldn't feel it anymore. And I kept pretending not to notice, because loving you was easier than losing you. I held on until holding on became the very thing that hurt. When love became a wound, I kept bleeding quietly, hoping pain would turn back into tenderness. When love became a wound, I whispered your name like a prayer, too fragile to be answered. I stayed even when staying broke me. I know now that you were leaving long before you walked away. I felt the goodbye in your kiss, in your sighs, in the way you folded your shirt but couldn't fold your feelings. I tried to fill the silence with devotion, but silence cannot be filled, it can only be faced. I didn't want a love that hurt to hold. I wanted a love that healed as it grew. I know, but love became a wound, and I became its keeper. And I became its keeper. slow, broken, aching with every chord. I try to drown it with distraction, try to bury it under routine, but your voice rises through everything like smoke through closed doors. Every place I go remembers you, even when I beg it to forget. The cafe where you laughed, the station where you cried, the street lamp that watched us fall apart. I walk these places like someone chasing a ghost that refuses to be caught. Some love sent loudly, ours ended like a candle gasping its last bit of flame. Quiet, painful, inevitable. The memory won't let me heal. It holds me tight, it pulls me near. I try to breathe, I try to feel, but the memory won't let me heal. The memory let me heal. The memory won't let me heal. I tell myself to move on, but grief is slow, and the heart is stubborn. I tell myself you're gone, but absence has a way of pretending to stay. I miss the way you said my name like it was something you were afraid to lose. I miss the way your hands tremble when you let yourself believe in us. Maybe healing isn't a destination. Maybe it's a wound we learn to walk with. Maybe loving you was the lesson, and losing you was the price. The memory won't let me heal. The memory won't let me heal. Not you, not really. The memory won't let me heal. Not yet, not tonight. But someday I'll breathe again without your shadow in light. We sat at the table with untouched plates and untouched hearts, and every word we didn't say became another crack in the fragile glass of who we were. I remember how your eyes searched mine, like someone looking for a light switch in a room they never wanted to enter. I remember how you traced the edge of your glass with your finger, instead of tracing the shape of my sorrow. We were two lonely souls reaching out at the same time in different directions. You kept your truth locked behind your ribs. I kept my love in the open, waiting, aching. What we couldn't say is what ended us. The ones where you finally tell me why your heart hid from my hands. The ones where I tell you I needed more than your half-present love. But the truth is we weren't brave enough for honesty, weren't gentle enough to stay, weren't whole enough to hold each other without breaking. If I close my eyes, I can still feel the shape of your absence pressing against my chest. What we couldn't say is what I carry everywhere. What we couldn't say is what I carry everywhere. Every place I go remembers you, even when I beg it to forget. The cafe where you laughed, the station where you cried, the street lamp that watched us fall apart. I walk these places like someone chasing a ghost that refuses to be caught. Some loves end loudly, ours ended like a candle gasping its last bit of flame. Quiet, painful, inevitable. The memory won't let me heal. It holds me tight and it pulls me near. I try to breathe, I try to feel, but the memory let me heal. The memory won't let me heal. It holds me tight, it pulls me near. I try to breathe, I try to feel, but the memory let me heal. I tell myself to move on, but grief is slow and the heart is stubborn. I tell myself you're gone, but absence has a way of pretending to stay. I miss the way you said my name, like it was something you were afraid to lose. I miss the way your hands tremble when you let yourself believe in us. Maybe healing isn't a destination. Maybe it's who we learn to walk with. Maybe loving you was a lesson and losing you was the price. The memory won't let me heal. Not yet, not tonight. But someday I'll breathe again without your shadow in my life. Remember was a question, answered with silence. Your heart was already gone. Mine just hadn't caught up yet. This is the way you left without leaving. Slow steps backwards, slow breaths fading. A quiet exit. No one could see. You left without leaving. And it still undoes me. Of slow, silent leaving. Yours was the second kind. You left without leaving. And the absence still breathes. Through closed doors, every place I go remembers you, even when I beg it to forget. The cafe where you laughed, the station where you cried, the street lamp that watched us fall apart. I walk these places like someone chasing a ghost that refuses to be caught. Some loves and loudly ours ended like a candle gasping its last bit of flame. Quiet, painful, the memory won't let me heal. 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 The memory won't let me I tell myself to move on, but grief is slow. And the heart is stubborn. I tell myself you're gone. But absence has a way of pretending to stay. I miss the way you said my name, like it was something you were afraid to lose. I miss the way your hands trembled when you let yourself believe in us. Maybe healing isn't a destination, maybe it's a wound we learn to walk with. Maybe loving you was the lesson. say became another crack in the fragile glass of who we were. I remember how your eyes searched mine, like someone looking for a light switch in a room they never wanted to enter. I remember how you traced the edge of your glass with your finger instead of tracing the shade of my sorrow. We were two lonely souls reaching out at the same time in different directions. You kept your truth locked behind your ribs. I kept my love in the open, bleeding, waiting, aching. What we couldn't say is what ended us. Not the tears, not the storms, not the hurting, but the words we swallowed until they drowned us. What we couldn't say is what remains, haunting every song, every memory. Sometimes I rehearse the conversations we never had, the ones where you finally tell me why your heart hid from my hands, the ones where I tell you I needed more than your half-present love. But the truth is we weren't brave enough for honesty, weren't gentle enough to stay, weren't whole enough to hold each other without breaking. If I close my eyes, I can still feel the shape of your absence pressing against my chest. Ooh, pressing against my chest. What we couldn't say is what I carry everywhere. What we couldn't say is what I carry everywhere. There was a time when your love felt like sunlight, warm, steady, gentle on my because loving you was easier than losing you. I held on until holding on became the very thing that hurt. When love became a wound, I kept bleeding quietly, hoping pain would turn back into tenderness. When love became a wound, I whispered your name like a prayer, too fragile to be answered. I stayed even when staying broke me. I know now that you were leaving long before you walked away. I felt the goodbye in your kiss, in your sighs, in the way you folded your shirt. I couldn't fold your feelings. I tried to fill the silence with devotion, but silence cannot be filled. It can only be faced. I didn't want a love that hurt to hold. I wanted a love that healed as it grew. But love became a wound. Love became its keeper. In daylight, you loved me. In the quiet hours, when the world was sleeping, when you could hide your fears behind shadows and soft whispers, you held me the way people hold things they think they might break. Tender, hesitant, half afraid of what it means to be seen. I learned to breathe in the spaces between your doubts. Learn to read the language of your trembling hands. Learn to love you in fragments, because that's how you offered your heart. But nights are not forever. Morning always comes asking for truth, and you with the sun on your face look like someone who didn't know my name. I watched the light wash you clean of every promise you made while the moon was listening. You belonged to me only in the dark, and dawn was the thief that stole you each day. I tried to hold the night in place, but no one can stop the sun. You loved me in the dark, where no one had to know, where secrets felt like safety, where shadows let you glow. You loved me in the dark, but in the light you fell apart. I gave you all my open heart. You gave me only night. Sometimes I miss the version of you who held me like I was the only softness you'd ever known. Soft as cotton, warm as morning light, quiet as a promise kept. You were the place my weary heart believed it could rest. Your smile, it held entire lifetimes. Your voice, it sounded like home. I built dreams in the shape of your hands, visions in the shape of your love. But dreams are fragile things, they crack under the weight of unspoken fear. You were too scared to grow into forever. I was too hopeful to grow out of it. Our timing was all wrong, but our love was real. Oh, it was real. And sometimes isn't enough. You were my softest future, the one I held like a fragile truth. You were my sweetest promise, the one time love felt like proof. But futures change and hearts break loose. You were my softest future, and also my hardest loss. I still see echoes of the life we almost lived, the living room we almost furnished, the trips we almost took, the peace we almost grew into. I still taste the laughter we never got to share. I still miss the comfort of your breathing in the dark, steady, certain, close. You were the love that taught me tenderness, and the loss that taught me strength. If I close my eyes, I can still feel your fingers tracing my future on my skin. Tracing my future on my skin. You were my softest